Welcome back to the Profits of IT, where we dig into real stories behind the innovators, instructors, and leaders who aren't just talking about the future of tech, they're building it. And today's guest, she's doing all of that and more. I'm Jim Punzenberger, your host, creator of the Managed Prospecting System and author of $0 Advertising Strategies. And today I have with me Amie Seisay, CEO and founder of Seisay IT Solutions. She's a powerhouse in our industry, helping companies maximize their modern work environments with Microsoft 365 and AI-driven document management. She's a speaker, consultant, and soon to be a national TV guest. I hear, Amie, that you're going to be on TV soon.
Yes, I actually don't know if the network is local or national, but I guess we're going to find out pretty soon. So I did a recording for the Wealth Agenda. It's going to be on in April. So I will definitely share links and post it on social media.
Cool. We'll look out for those. And so, Amie, feel free to give us a quick bit about yourself. If you'd like to add anything that I haven't said it so far.
Yeah, absolutely. So I am CEO and founder of CC IT Solutions. I am coming up on 11 years of being in business. And as you mentioned, I am a Microsoft 365 consulting company and absolutely love working with various companies, helping them, like you said, with their modern work strategy. I would say SharePoint document management, Teams, collaboration. So Teams is not just for meetings. You can also collaborate with files with internal, external people. We are using some AI as well, syntax, Copilot, and of course, some of the records management features using Purview inside of 365 and Power Platform.
Wow, it sounds like you're staying right on top of things in this ever quickly changing world
It's
of
changing all the
IT.
time. Yes, it's changing all the time.
Well, let's jump right into some industry truth bombs here. Uh, when we were talking previously, you said you don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You just have to be willing to learn. Why do you think this mindset is so crucial in the tech field?
Because I think that no one knows everything. And if you think you're the smartest, chances are there is something that's going to come out that you have no clue about. And there's no way that one person can keep track of everything that's changing. So being willing to learn, being adaptable. I remember, when I first started the company, it was all on prem. And now I'm going to migrate the client from on-prem to the cloud. And so you have to be willing to adjust versus being stuck in the ways that you are comfortable with.
So it's about continuously learning and not being stuck in the previous ways, it sounds like. And so how much is it about just really and not so or is it really about just continuously learning and continuously be able to get stuff done?
Oh, yeah. So it's definitely, I always say to my team or just to people, just push the button and see what it does. I think that's one way of just learning and growing is just being open to discovering. So you're absolutely just kind of always changing your ways. My son, he's 16. He even shows me how to use my phone. I just learned how to use it as a remote control for the TV. And it's
Wow,
cool because now if I lose a remote, I always know where my phone is, right? So, yeah.
cool. And I think another thing you said was that job descriptions are overrated. You want to touch a moment on that?
I did say that. The thought process behind that is sometimes it's not about having X amount of years of experience that makes you the best person. Sometimes it's not about the credentials you have. because someone could come from a background that is not tech, but then they come into the tech space. And the background that they had in a totally different industry is also something that I think should be factored into the equation as well. So, having stringent requirements for how a person fits, to me, is just not the best approach when filling jobs.
So, what's your approach, or how would you go about, or how do you go about filling positions without falling into this job description trap?
So I want to learn about the individual. I think that even when networking and you're just casually talking to someone, you may learn something from them that you didn't expect. So I think that it's about being open, and it's about just hearing what someone likes to do in their free time. So if someone says, well, in my free time, I'm studying and I'm learning something related to tech, that's a great person, right? Because,
Definitely.
yeah, because they're passionate about it. Like if you, and I'm not trying to say that you can't be a well-rounded person when you have other interests, but when you really, really enjoy it, it doesn't feel like work and it doesn't feel like a struggle. You just are naturally inquisitive and you might spend extra time throughout your day just being open to learning more.
Cool. And so you also mentioned that one of your biggest strengths is understanding both the technology and the business side. And it's something that a lot of IT pros have not mastered. How did you develop this as your superpower?
So it's first and foremost just being open to understanding, and it's open to um, speaking at conferences and just talking to different people. And I became a trainer also. And when you are a trainer, you have to, or even a speaker at a conference, you have to figure out how you're going to engage with the audience. And it's not always just running down the technical list of here's what I did. Sometimes it's being relatable. So when you can understand the business requirements and understand like the pain points that you're trying to solve, then I think that you can be more well-rounded in your communication to the CEOs or the senior leadership when you're trying to provide a consulting services versus you're far down in the weeds of all the technical stuff that they really don't care about. But then when you're trying to communicate with the technical folks, well, then you have to shift gears and you have to be way more technical sometimes so that other technical people can understand what it is that you need from them.
So it sounds like it's really about just having lots of conversations with technical people and non-technical people, business people and non-business people.
Exactly.
Any other tips related to this?
I would say getting out of your comfort zone. So, getting out of your comfort zone with doing something that you it might not feel natural, but just wanting to, like I said, when I had this thought of becoming a speaker, I had absolutely no clue as to what that meant. But it also meant that I knew that from a technical perspective, I was going to speak at, like I was speaking at a lot of Microsoft events, technical audiences were there. So I knew that upskilling is important as well because, you know, uh, sometimes you have to think about the questions that are going to be asked from that technical audience. So if your skills are on par and are up to date with the latest and greatest in the realm of what you're speaking on, then it helps you with being able to connect to the technical folks as well.
Got it. Cool. And so shifting gears here a bit, you've also mentioned that you don't see setbacks as mistakes. You call them course corrections. Uh, what's your thought process around this mindset specifically?
So I think that I definitely don't live in a place of regret ever in my life. I don't believe that I have made a mistake. I believe that you think that you're supposed to do something and you're going down a path with the information that you have at the time. So you're making those decisions based on what your facts are at the moment. And all you can do is just figure out if something doesn't work, if there's a roadblock, how do you pivot? How do you go down a different road? Because when you are going down a road and it's the wrong road, you're going to know because it's not going to work out. So that doesn't mean keep pushing forward in that direction. It kind of means, wait, let me stop and think about, do I need to be going down another road? And I think if you pause, for me, if I pause and kind of think, all right, maybe there's something else, then I need to shift gears and just kind of pivot. And that's exactly what happened. When I decided to start the business, it was me working at jobs and interviewing, and it just wasn't working out for whatever reason. And so I was like, okay, maybe I'm not supposed to find another job. Like maybe I'm supposed to do something else. And so that's how it started.
You're able to analyze as you were going and uh, shift gears or take a different course, it sounds like.
Exactly.
So, Amy, for those people listening now, they're thinking, I need to work with Amy and her team. What's the best way for them to look you up or to connect with you?
So CSayITSolutions.com is the website that has information about the company. I'm on LinkedIn as well. You can find the company page on LinkedIn. Also have a YouTube podcast called CSA's Collab Space. So definitely subscribe there. You'll see videos um, with interviews and then also Microsoft 365 related topics for an Ask Me Anything series. So yeah, that's how you get in contact with me.
So check out CSayITSolutions.com, Amie Seisay on LinkedIn, or Seisay Collab Space on YouTube. Well, Amy, do you have any final thoughts for the listeners now, before we sign off?
I would say the tech space is a wonderful space to be in. And sometimes what you're working on might be difficult and challenging. Being a business owner sometimes is difficult and challenging as well. But I think both are such a reward that is just indescribable. So it's hard. Keep pushing forward. You'll get through it. That would be my advice.
Well, thank you, Amy. It's been a wonderful conversation, tech insights, touch on leadership and course recorrections, and appreciate your time here and just your willingness to share your experience with the listeners.
Thanks for having me.
And until next time, I am Jim Punzenberger, your host and the creator of the Managed Prospecting System. Be sure to check out managedprospectingsystem.com. Bye for now.